Okay, this is my second attempt at playing Titan Souls. As my first attempt, I didn't realise my blue snowball was not recording because this is the kind of professional outfit that we are running here at Link to the Cast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just turn on my mic. Yes, I can hear myself. Excellent. Let's try this again. Number 4. I'm feeling good about number 4. So, there was some spiel I was doing last time about what I like about this game. I guess I can quickly run over some of those points. Again, Titan Souls, for anyone who didn't play it when it came out, is kind of a 2D retro, not 2D, but a kind of top-down retro Shadow of the Colossus, Dark Souls kind of game. It kind of borrows elements from both of those quite liberally in areas, and I was down with that. Not so much the Dark Souls, but definitely the Shadow of the Colossus. The kind of idea of just having this massive world to explore, and the only enemies being these giant colossi bosses or whatever they want to be called. Was something that I liked. I liked the look of it, and I liked the style. And so I played it for a brief while. My plan was I downloaded it to take with me when I went to China last year. I downloaded it on my PS4 and on my PS Vita, sorry. Never got around to finishing it, so this is kind of both a kind of vanity project on my behalf of wanting to finish it and making you unfortunate souls have to sit through and watch it. And we're off to a good start, death straight away. So, Titan Souls works on the premise of like one hit kills straight away, which is where a large portion of the difficulty lies in. And the idea with this game is that it revolves around learning through failure. You know, some of the earlier bosses, not so much. The kind of way to kill them comes across pretty clearly, but certainly later on with a lot of the other bosses, you know, you'll die a number of times, but each time you'll learn more about the characteristics of the enemy, the AI, and like it all helps to make it clearer, like how to defeat the bosses. I mean, this boss is clearly kind of a tribute to Walt from Link to the Past. I can't know if that's what it's called now. I know it's called that in Majora's Mask. You know, it plays very heavily on similar themes on how to defeat him. Shit! So obviously the more times you hit the poisonous bubbles, or whatever you want to call them, the more times they split, so you want to kind of keep it as to a minimal amount as possible to try and take out the boss, whose name has escaped me. Now this arrow I can fire using square or R1. I have to go and retrieve the arrow or hold back the R1 button again to have it kind of come back towards me, which makes this kind of difficult because, you know, in most games when you have a weapon you're usually capable to fire at least a number of amount of times with that weapon. Not here. Not here. So you get to points like this where the arrow's on the other side of the screen. But you can use that to your advantage. You know, if the arrow is between, or if the enemy is between you and your arrow, you can use that to kind of come back and hit him from behind. So, fuck. Now, I defeated this thing with not too much difficulty last time. So, obviously, this time, now we're recording how it should be recorded. This is going to take me forever, because that's how this goes. So the green slime on the floor, as you can see, that will slow you down, so you want to try and avoid that as well. the other reason for doing this stream is this is kind of my first solo stream on here at Link to the Cast. Usually it's been me and David. This time I'm probably going to do this by myself because it's not a relatively long game by any means. Boy, I'm fucking this one up. But like, I don't tend to stream by myself because I find it difficult to talk and say anything of any kind of context or content relevance to what's going on. Fuck. Usually it's a lot of fucks and just other general swearing. So, you know, this is kind of practice for me in terms of playing a relatively difficult game again and trying to say something of any use. But, you know, compared to a lot of Twitch streamers out there and people on the YouTubes, I'm probably saying no less, a little more than they would. Anyway, first bus down. Have it. I'm gonna have a celebratory drink of water because I like to fucking live on the wild side. And also, this kind of coincides with David playing Dark Souls 3, you know. I want to some way share the pain with him, I mean, because there's no fucking way I'm playing that game. This is my own tribute to David and the misery he's going through. So, with this boss, you have this kind of chessboard setup area, and there's a giant cube in the middle. That cube will roll along either in the 4 directions. He also has a giant fuck-off beam that he can fire, as we will quickly see. If I don't get smushed first. Well done, Mark. I killed him first time last time. Would you believe? Now, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure there is an achievement to complete this game without dying once. That obviously isn't going to happen here. Alright, let's... So, 2, 3, 4... Right, so he'll roll 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Obviously, you want to get him down, facing you, and not roll straight into the beam of fire. The best approach to this one is you want to get him facing you just before he fires, so you can fire your arrow into him. It's actually a very easy boss once you're not playing like an idiot. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. See, he's easy. You just need to use the pattern that you learn. And that is the whole point of this game. You learn the patterns, you learn the AI, and then you shove an arrow in their eye. It's great. So there's 3 to 4 bosses in each of these sub-areas. I think. Again, I didn't finish this, so I might be off there. But for the most part, from what I remember of the other worlds, it kind of works like that. So we'll do these 4 bosses and then get to the next area and save, and I'll leave it there. Now the idea with this guy, freeze brain, or brain freeze, one of the two. Probably brain freeze. That would make more sense, wouldn't it, people? Yes, it would. When you fire the arrow at him, he will quickly not take too kind to that. Now, there are these 4 blocks either side. If you get him to traverse over one of these grids or squares, the fire will appear. And then the idea is you need to be on the opposite side, fire an arrow into that fire and then into him, which, you know, as you can imagine, is not the easiest thing to do. Again, with the last boss, helps if you don't roll straight into them. Never mind. Never mind. Good album. 1991. Take me back. I think I've already died more times than I did on my first playthrough. Alright. Gotcha. Yes! Excellent. Okay, so on to second phase. He will start violently flailing around the room. This bit isn't too difficult, but there is still... Nah, it's not difficult at all. I'm not giving you that much credit, Brain Freeze. If that is your real name, Clive. Excellent. One more boss to go. On the list of things that myself and Dave still need to do is get a mic stand and set this microphone up properly so you're not going to be listening to the constant clicking of me pressing buttons. Because we've got pretty decent microphones here. But they will pick that up. Okay, right. First time. Ready? 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 1. 2. Fuck. You fucker. Maybe not first time. We will go this whole game and I won't defeat any of these bosses first time. I can see it now. Okay. So. 1. 2. Nope. Nope. You didn't do that last time, you fucker. Shit. Ugh. Use your hand. Fuck! Thought I had it. Yeah, so the last time I was playing it, he was consistently doing this thing where he would try to crush me with one hand twice and then move on to his other hand. He did that at least on 3 separate occasions. So I figured that was the pattern he used every time. And clearly it doesn't. I'm not entirely sure what it is that triggers him to use his next hand. Either way, as you can see, you have very limited time to... Oh, fucking hell! You have very limited time to actually fire your arrow. Okay. Ah, I didn't know we could go up here. Huh. How about that? Now, I don't want to do too much exploring, I just want to get this boss defeated so we can get to the next checkpoint and finish up. Oh, that was really stupid on my part. The problem with this boss is because you don't have a lot of time to fire your arrow. You don't have a lot of time because the longer you hold the button down, the longer the momentum, the further the arrow will fire. Now, if you're too far away, obviously you don't have enough time, so you will not be able to fire the arrow far enough to actually hit the boss. If you're too close, though, it leaves you very susceptible to being crushed. So this is, you know, quite a tricky boss to start off with. Oh, and you have to roll. I'm pretty sure you have to roll, otherwise you just don't have enough time to get out of the way if you try and walk it. And obviously if you're holding down the arrow for too long, if you're far away while trying to fire, you are susceptible to being crushed. So, yeah. All in all, this is just a big bag of failure so far. Let's roll to... Sorry, there we go. There we go! So that time you rolled slightly to the left, and for whatever reason that triggered the AI to go the way I wanted it to, so good work, Mark, good work. Not that this means well for the rest of the bosses, because the difficulty does spike up from here somewhat. So, all that's left now is for us to make our way through this giant overworld, which is really nice to look at. You know, even for a retro-style pixie game, it does look nice. And then it all goes journey for a second. One of the annoying things, one of the traits that this game has taken from The Legend of Zelda is the inability to roll upstairs. While I like that attention to detail, because obviously if you roll into stairs in real life, you are going to get a concussion. It's quite annoying if you're trying to, you know, traverse through the world as quickly as possible because you don't have any kind of running feature. You know, a game like Links to the Past, while you can't roll upstairs, you would at some point get the Pegasus boots, which would, you know, speed up your ability to traverse around areas. Never mind. Anyway, we're going to make our way east. You can swim across water. We'll make our way up here. So the next area of the game is a snowy mountainous region, and from what I remember there are 3 bosses, I think. I know there's this electric dragon, there's a yeti, and I can't remember the other one. I like as well, like when you go through that, I remember the first time I played this, I went through that archway there and I immediately thought I was going to be faced with another enemy, and wasn't given like the opportunity to hit a checkpoint at that point. At that point. Yeah, it's a game that it leaves you on edge at all times. I enjoy that. It's a polite way of saying fuck you, and I respect that. Any game with attention to detail will have footprints. And there is our checkpoint. Excellent. Right, well, this is my second attempt at doing this. Hopefully the audio works out better this time. So this is a Link to the Cast. I am Mark. You can follow us at Twitter at linktothecast. You can watch our streams at twitch.com/linktothecast. This will go up at some point onto YouTube. Please do keep watching. And yeah, we'll see you again next time.